want to bring in former Homeland Security advisor to President Donald Trump, Tom Bossert, to help us through some of these sanction questions. Tom, right off the bat, these sanctions will go after members of the Russian parliament this time who ratified the agreement. We heard from, or at least we know, the speaker of the Russian parliament today said sanctions are nothing new. We've seen them. We were expecting them. So my question to you is, are these sanctions going to have the desired effect? Is there going to be any deterrent here for Vladimir Putin?
Yeah, I think what we saw today was only a partial rollout of sanctions. And in fact, the sanctions we've used in the past targeting individuals have not had much of an effect on Putin and his decision making. So in that narrow sense, I think they were important. You have to start there, but they will by no means change his calculus. That said, we also saw sanctions against banking institutions, and what I thought was the foreshadowing of some more, I think, aggressive detangling of our banking systems. That will have an effect on President Putin and his people.
Russia says it's going to urgently evacuate all of its people from its embassy in Ukraine. Do you think this is more posturing, more false flag movement, or is he really concerned for his people in that embassy?
Yeah, I don't think at this stage it really much matters. I think the Russians are going to continue some degree of advancement militarily into Ukraine. We don't know yet whether he's seeking to militarily take over the entire country, just the Donbass, or somewhere up to the river that kind of divides the country, but short of Kiev. But at this stage, I think even he would be removing his officials for more than just the rhetorical flourish, but also to make sure that any miscalculation in the field doesn't end up killing his own people. Remember, he's got a domestic audience in some ways driving much of this that he has to appease as much as domestic audiences all over the world.
And Tom, I want to follow up on that. Does President Putin have the support of the Russian people in doing this?
You know, I don't think so. You know, it's very easy to speculate, hard to know what a large mass of people thinks about any particular action, and he certainly feeds them with a lot of misinformation meant to convince them that he's a strong leader. But I think much of what we're seeing lacks strategic intent. I thought yesterday's bizarre and quite rambling presentation with some emotion uncharacteristic to President Putin evidences that he's a little bit afraid. I think what we're seeing is that he lost some support in the Dumas elections last September. He's a little bit afraid of, where do you retire to as a retired tyrant? I think you tend to die, not retire comfortably. And so he's stringing together a series of tactical decisions and nothing really with strategic coherence. So I think he's both enjoying some benefit from this from the Russian people, but also doing it to appease them and look stronger so that he can remain in power. I think it's a fine line he'll ultimately not be able to walk very long.
Former Homeland Security advisor to President Trump, Tom Bossert, thanks so much for joining us. Kira, back to you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.